I would have gone on hormones and I would have detransitioned because it was a symptom of my autism that I got diagnosed with at 20, and it wasn't like actual gender dysphoria.
I've heard a number of stories.
So a birth control pill has synthetic estrogen and progesterone. I think the synthetic form of progesterone is actually progestin. These hormones work together with your natural hormones to do these three things: to stop the body from ovulating, which means that you cannot get pregnant, to thicken the mucus so the sperm can't get to an egg, and or to change the lining of the uterus so that if an egg does get fertilized, it can't implant into the uterus.
How could a person concerned with such abstract things have impacted history so? And how is it that such exploits were so poorly rewarded? Convicted as a homosexual, Turing was subjected to chemical castration and died at age 43, under conditions that have yet to be elucidated. Jack Copeland has dedicated much of his career to this extraordinary person.
That is worked along the lines of human sexuality. The Bible cannot possibly be true because, after all, look at what it says about this. But this hasn't always been the case. I went back to check and I discovered that in 1988, Parliament here in the United Kingdom passed a law banning schools from teaching, quotes, the acceptability of homosexuality as a pretended family relationship. Section 28 of the bill outlawed positive depictions of same-sex relationships in classrooms. Section 28, 12 years later, was repealed. That was 2000. 2005, gay and lesbian couples were allowed to adopt in England and Wales. 2013, same-sex marriage was legalized. And suddenly, within a quarter of a century, our nation has lived through an immoral revolution. And we now stand at the very threshold of all that is before us. And Jonathan is right. We're either going to bow our knees to the sufficient authority and timelessness of the Bible, or we will be swept away by that which comes to us not simply from a secular culture, but from a clergy that has now themselves lost confidence in the Bible.